Hi, Living It Out Team 2. Thank you so much for serving this week, and here's your video for the outline. So I cannot believe that Christmas is next week, and while we are sort of working ahead, I'm still thinking of all of you and hoping that you are getting all prepared and ready for a very Merry Christmas. You will notice that we are jumping into the Living It Out that will actually be starting on the week of December 28th. So that Monday will be the 28th, and we're working ahead because of the holidays, so we're trying to do a little bit more of that. And I wanted to talk to you a little bit about the format for this week. These are devotions, different from our normal format, where it's kind of funny because we've gone from very technical now to coming back to a much more free-flowing, creative kind of space. And so I've listed out at the top of the outline some guidelines to keep in mind and think about as you're writing. And I hope this will be a chance for you to be creative, have a little bit of fun, not worry about the technical so much, but be able to come back to the big point and still feel confident that you have the resources and things that you need to be able to speak and write into this space. So the devotion should be about 300 words in length. All of our other guidelines are in place in terms of voice and things like that. I would encourage you to still have an opening paragraph with a hook where you really identify the tension, and then help that carry you into the second paragraph of some things to consider or think about, ways that we're hoping to encourage people to change because of what God says, again, because of what we believe. And you'll notice that I've included resources for each day, again, to help you get there. Then each devotion should end with a reflection of 1 to 2 questions that are live type questions that again tie back to the big point for the day. And this is really important for all of you. We are sitting in a space between Christmas and New Year's, and this week is really each day going to capture that sense of a look back as well as a look ahead. And so I want you to keep that in mind for each day. Even if it's not mentioned in your day, there should be an element of that no matter what you're writing about this week. So Monday is about God's goodness. We really are taking sort of a reflective look back on some of the attributes of God. So you'll see that piece throughout the Living It Out, but then also coming in on a few specific ones, like goodness and faithfulness for Monday and Tuesday. So the big point is God is good through all things and through all of time. And so this is just a really neat opportunity to ask people about the past year where they saw God's goodness, but then also to challenge them to think about sometimes the bad things are God's goodness too, even though we can't see it. You'll see the resource there that I included that I'm hoping will help you build that bridge there, that God is always good no matter what is happening in our life. Then on Tuesday, you'll talk, if you're the writer for Tuesday, you'll be talking about God's faithfulness. I gave you, again, a couple of resources here to kind of go through, and the ending piece is really about journaling. So this is the reflection look back, where was God faithful, but then also the look forward to documenting his faithfulness, and how do we celebrate and praise it and not just forget the next day. So there is a journaling element to this day as well, and just so that all of you know, for each day, the verses are going to sit at the beginning just like they are in the outline. It'll be laid out just like this with a title, a big point, and the verse. So anytime you can come back into the verses, which should tie into the big point, that's another good way to help tie the devotion content together. Wednesday is about spiritual breakthroughs. So this is about growth in our faith. So again, reflecting back over, did you have spiritual breakthroughs, something that you learned or that changed the way that you viewed God? Or how do you set yourself up to have those breakthroughs? And the reality is that we have to take time out for them, and at the same time we have to be really diligent day to day as we walk in faith. Sometimes there's seasons where there's not a lot of breakthroughs. So this is actually sort of teasing a little bit what's coming up for us in January. We're not going to mention it or talk about it, but just so that you know, this is in some ways how we're paving the road for what's coming up for our Awaken series. Then on Thursday, so looking at Wednesday again about the spiritual breakthroughs is really about our relationship with God. Then on Thursday is really about then our relationship with others. And hopefully, again, asking people what went well, maybe what didn't, and then looking ahead to what can they do better. I included a couple of links here, and so I'm hoping, oh, I just got a text. I'm hoping that you can really come in on this faith or love, hope, and faith piece. There's a link here for 8 traits of healthy relationships. I don't expect you to use all 8. I just wanted to give you some content to help support those 3 points. And again, to come back to sort of how do we build great relationships. The Christmas gift is conversation cards, and so you'll notice that I talk about that in the outline. I'll include in an attachment what those instructions look like, and so hopefully that will be everything you need to be able to do Thursday. Then Friday, which is Happy New Year, is about goal setting. And I think I love this big point about a goal is a statement of faith. So you'll notice that the verses come from Philippians. It's really asking the question, is goal setting spiritual? And then answering, yes, it is. And those 2 resources there, I think, do a great job of that. And then some practical things about how do we reach those goals of setting reminders, having accountability in a community, stepping into something new, and wishing them a Happy New Year. So that's it. Those are the devotions. And again, this is a creative space, so have fun with it. And let me know if you have questions. If something isn't sort of falling in line, you know that I'm available to you tonight, and I look forward to what you come up with. Talk to you soon, and Merry Christmas.